And notice as we compress this space that we normally breathe in, if you can re-extend that inhale, it's a space creator. It also can make the sensation a little bit louder. Exhales are a softening, a letting go, and moving into that space. Slowly pull that knee back through center. And then reach that right foot up towards the sky, flex the foot. We're going to move into a half happy baby. So bend that knee, take the outside of the foot or the inside of the shin and gently begin to pull that knee down. Bring your awareness back to the left leg. Can you lengthen it out a bit more? Left leg strong, right leg soft. Left hand on your hip can help ground you into the space, into the shape. And then we're going to move into a figure 4. So as you release that right foot, keep the knee bent and then bend the left knee. Place that right ankle on top of the left knee. Right knee drops out. You can stay here and experience this posture, or you can begin to pull the right shin in towards your body. Grab wherever feels most loving, where you can soften and experience. So maybe that's the right shin, right calf. Maybe you thread that right hand through, capture the left leg, shin, back of the thigh. Can you feel yourself growing in all directions on an inhale and pulling yourself in on an exhale? Let each inhale be an offering of love to yourself, expanding your capacity of what you can hold, what you can feel. Every exhale be a release of anything that no longer serves you. We'll take that left foot back down to the floor, unwind the right leg. Take a windshield wiper if it feels needed, necessary. And then we'll find the center. We'll extend that right leg long, flex the foot, pull that left knee in for a hug. From your heel to your head is an ever expanding line. That left leg is soft. You can start to welcome in a little bit of strength from your arms, pulling yourself in a little bit deeper, a little closer. And then we'll take that twist. Left knee moves over towards the right. Find those touch points against the mat. Let them land a little bit heavier. What's loving? Taking your right hand under the knee, a block under the knee for support, or on top, guiding yourself a little bit further. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to care for yourself. Our shapes do not need to look perfect. Perfection is not the goal, nor is it possible. Our goal is simply to experience. Notice where you resist softness. Maybe all you need is a reminder that softness is its own version of strength. This is enough. I am enough. Powerful, courageous, brave statement. And it teaches others how to love us. Pull that knee back through center. Extend that right leg long. And then lift that foot up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee. Find that half happy baby. Outside of the foot, inside of the foot. inside of the shin, wherever you can. Deep breaths. Right leg strong, extending, left leg soft, anchored, rooted, supported by the earth. What's going on with your breath? Release the foot, bend the right knee, cross that left ankle over the right, and pull that left shin in, figure four. Grabbing where you can, letting that left knee move towards the front of the room, hips soft. Self-love is built in moments like this, not in perfection, but in presence. What is here? What are your thoughts? If they aren't loving, they aren't supportive, can you just let them float away, making space for a new thought? Deep breath in, deep breath out, and let it go. Both feet back to the floor, unwind. And we'll grab for the backs of the thighs, gentle rock forwards and backwards, massaging the spine, taking a few more than you normally would, just feeling into the backside body. And then we'll arrive in a seat. Straighten the legs out. Move the fluff from your sit bones. And we'll begin to walk those hands forwards. In the morning, specifically, as we unwind from sleep, a posture like this can bring up a lot of sensation. Know that it is always an option to back off if it feels like too much, or move forwards if you're ready for more. Allow your chin to drop towards your chest, head magnetizing towards the floor. Breathe into the backside body. I choose to be gentle with myself. I am worthy of my own love. Let every posture be an act of self-love, of care, of nurturing, of opening, releasing, strength building. And to walk those hands back. And then we'll cross at the ankles. Bring your hands forwards. We're going to dig a little bit more into the hips today, as the hips often store a lot. So we'll take the left foot off the mat to the side and begin some slow circles in one direction. Let's maybe take 2 or 3 before finding the other direction. These circles can be very small. They can be big. You can get into the wrist a little bit. And then we'll find our center point, extend that left leg out long, be mindful of your neighbor. And that's not just not stepping onto their mat. That's also knowing if a neighbor is close, sending them a little love. And we'll move through our cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, roll the hips under, chin to chest. Take a few of these cat-cows. This is not what our normal cat-cow feels like. So there can be resistance here, a desire for something different. See if you can stay with this experience. Breathe. And then placing the pressure down into the hands and into that right knee, we'll step the left foot to the back of the room. Pressure moves over into the right hand as the left hand comes to your heart. Move your chest, your hips open towards that side wall. Maybe take the left hand up overhead or extend it all the way to the front of the room. Find that long line. Our postures are going to look different for each of us. So if somewhere along the way that I'm offering different modifications, know that you can always pause and stay. Everything is just an option, not a have to. Deep breath. And let's give that left arm a circle, one direction, and then the other arm can be bent or straight. Circle can be small or big. And then we'll take that left hand back down, pull that left knee in, and take that right foot off the mat, knee bent. Begin those 3 circles in one direction and the other, finding pause anywhere that feels good. I know sometimes in the back, I like to pause, feels good for the hips. Notice your patterns again. Do you move fast? Do you move slow? Not judging, just noticing. And then extend that right leg out long. We'll invite those cat cows. Inhale, drop the belly, rotate the sit bones backwards, gaze comes forward. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. View just like this. Where is it showing up? Where are you feeling it? You'll find that center point, find the pressure in the hands as you reach that right leg back to the back of the room. Shift the weight into the left hand, right hand finds your heart. Begin to peel up towards the side wall. Right hand can come high or up overhead. You expand in all directions on your inhale. Soften into the pose on an exhale. Last breath. Exhale brings you back to center. A little heart opener, heart melter here. Take those hands forwards. Hips stay high. Rotate those sit bones towards the back of the room. Let the heart melt towards the mat. Your heart does not have to make it there. We're just allowing it to melt, shoulders to open up. You can press gently down into the hands to make your experience a little more potent. You can bend the elbows, let the forehead hit the mat if you need something a little bit softer. Find the pressure in your arms, roll yourself forwards to your belly, your hips. We'll find Sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders, make any adjustments you need to make. And then we'll allow the chin to drop towards the chest and gently rock left ear to left shoulder. Feel that opening through the right side of your neck. And roll to the other side. Allow ourselves to melt all the way down. Take your arms out to 9 and 3 o'clock. And then bend the elbows. Hands will find 12 o'clock. Take your right hand and place it beside your chest. As you press into the right hand, the right side body will peel up off the mats. Step the right foot over the left leg. You can keep that right leg straight, heel extending, or you can bend the knee, allow the toe to tap. Place your awareness into that left shoulder. And also notice the hips, the back, the hearts. Breathe into what you need. More space, more patience, more trust. Allow yourself to melt back to center. We'll take that right arm back out long if you need to, extending it all the way, then bending the elbow. Take your left hand beside your chest. Press into it, peel the left side body up. Right leg can stay straight, extending. You can bend the knee. See if we can get that right ear to just soften towards the mat. And to melt yourself back to center. And we'll reach our hands behind us, calling on the strength within us. Begin to lift, peel your heart up off the mat. Let the backside body fire up. Breathe into your belly. See if we can lift 1 inch higher. And melt everything back down. Take your hands beside your chest. Press into the tops of the feet. Squeeze the thighs. Squeeze the glutes. Gently pull the belly button in. And we'll press into the hands, lift into your upward dog. This does not have to be straight arms. Elbows can be bent, squeezing the rib cage. Pull the shoulder blades in, let the heart pull through. Refine those actions, tops of the feet, squeeze the thighs, pull the belly button in a little bit. Strong arms, press yourself up a little bit higher. Lift your gaze. See if you can press your ears up off your shoulders. And then take your chin to your chest. Imagine your belly button is lifting towards your spine, tight core, strong core. Hips continue to lift until we make our way all the way back to a child's pose. Toes come together. Allow your forehead to meet the mat. And we'll wave ourselves forwards into a tabletop pose. Tuck the toes, send the hips backwards. Feel the stretch in the feet. I like to pick my toes up, spread them, set them back down, and really see if I can feel that stretch. Press forwards into the hands and notice that the knees hover. Set them back down. Do this a few times so you can feel what that down dog is going to feel like. Pressing forwards into the hands, backwards into the feet. And then when you're ready, we'll just lift those hips high. Find your down dog, ears away from your shoulders. And then walk your hands backwards towards your feet. Inhale, we'll find a halfway lift. Grow tall through the top of your head, all the way to your sit bones. Exhale, gentle bend of the knees, forward fold. We'll take this a few times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Generously bend the right knee. Keep that left leg straight. Right elbow finds the right knee as we wave that left hand high. And then we'll melt back through center. Bend the left knee. Left elbow finds the left knee. Wave that right hand high. And all the way back to center. Heel toe the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Toes can point out at a 45 degrees. And begin to lower the hips down. You do not have to come all the way into your yogi squat. Halfway down, you can shift side to side, just explore. Or you can come all the way down, sink that tailbone down, elbows come into knees. Your fists can meet or your hands can meet. And again, a gentle sway side to side. Take your hands back to the mat. Lift those hips, heel toe the feet back to center. Let's walk those hands forwards. Walk the dog, bend and straighten your legs. Let that feel good. And then we'll lift the left leg high, three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then we'll pull that left knee to your left elbow, left tricep in your plank. Now that left knee can always come to the ground, removing the challenge. I encourage you to stay in the challenge and notice what happens in your mind. Where do your thoughts go? Lift that left leg high. Step left foot in front of right foot. Right foot in front of left. Left instead of right, or in front of right. And then step your right foot to the back of the mat, low lunge. Drop that knee. Untuck the back toes. If you're feeling a little scrunched here, you can always take blocks under your hands so that you can bring the floor up to you. We're going to take the right hand down, left hand to your knee as we press it away. Take your gaze high. Feel into the hips. Pull that knee back through center. Send the hips backwards, straighten the front leg, toes come up towards the ceiling, half splits. Gentle press down of the left heel. Rotate those sit bones backwards like you're trying to stick your butt back. Find length through your spine. Inhales expand you in all directions. Exhales soften you a bit deeper. Anchor into the fact that no matter how it feels, no matter how it looks like, every posture you take is an act of self-love, opening, of releasing, of making more space. Bend that left knee, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off of the mat. And place the hands down, step the left to meet the right plank pose. And let's just lift those hips high, down dog. Taking the same on the other side, lift that right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Right knee will meet right elbow, right tricep, pause. And always available to take the right knee down to the floor if the challenge is too much. Stay and breathe if you can. On your next inhale, lift that right leg high, three-legged down dog. Step the right foot just in front of the left. Feel. Step left in front of right, right in front of left. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Low lunge. Bend the knee, untuck the toes. Left hand finds the floor or a block. Right hand finds your knee as you press it away into this twist. Left hip is moving towards the floor. Pull that knee back through center. Send the hips backwards, straighten the front leg. Lift the right toes off the mat. Heel presses down, hips rotate backwards. Extend through your spine. Find those touch points, anchor them down. Deep breaths. Allow yourself to receive this moment fully. There's nothing that you need to do. Breathe and feel. Bend that right knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. This time we'll step left to meet right, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way to standing. Open the heart. Take the arms, reach them backwards. You can grab for opposite elbows, or you can interlace your hands at your low back. Breathe into your heart space. If your fingers are interlaced, you can reach them down. And we'll reach our hands high. Bring them through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant them down. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. We're going to rotate that right heel down, perpendicular with the front foot, setting us up for a warrior two. Take your right hand to the front of the room, and then allow it to continue to travel all the way up until you land in your warrior two. We'll reverse our warrior. Take your right hand behind your back. Left hand reaches high to the sky. Those right fingertips can gently press down on the left glutes to provide you a little bit more space. And we'll come back through warrior two. Take your left elbow down to your left knee. Extend that right arm up overhead, extended side angle. Notice if that right shoulder is close to the ear, drop it down. We're going to come to Skandasana on the right. So we'll come through our warrior two, straighten the left leg, turn the left toes towards the long line of the mat, bend the right knee, hands come down towards the floor. Hips can stay high, begin to walk those hands in front of you, melt your heart towards the earth. Walk our hands towards the front of the mat, straighten the legs, turn the toes back towards the front. Setting us up for a crescent posture. Lift those hands high. So strong legs. We're building a strong foundation here as we explore the heart a little bit more. Reach the hands backwards. You can grab for opposite elbows if you did so before in standing, or interlace the hands, reach them down. Rooting down, rising tall. And then finding that left foot We'll step right to meet left. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, bend the knees. Melt the heart over the legs. Maybe the hands lift up and off your back if they are interlaced. Or just staying, sustaining breathing. Reach your hands down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach your hands away from you. We'll wrap the right arm behind our back. Grab for the left arm. We're going to bend the left elbow and then reach those fingertips towards the front of the room. Drop left ear towards the left shoulder. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, open the heart. Be gentle here as we work through the weight of the world that we have been holding on our shoulders. Gentle rock forwards and backwards of the head. Pausing anywhere that feels good to you. Find the center, let the head come back up. Release the arms. Take those hands high. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hand, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Rotate the heel, setting us up for warrior two. Left hand reaches towards the front of the room. Let it continue, lifting you all the way up. We'll reverse our warrior. Take the left arm, wrap it behind your back. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Back through warrior two. Right elbow finds the right knee. Left hand high to the sky, maybe up overhead. Extended side angle. Find the outside edge of that left foot. Right knee is tracking out towards the side of your mat. Don't let it dump in. We'll come back through our warrior two. Straighten the right leg, toes turn towards the long end of the mat, hands come down, bend the left knee. Skandasana on the left. You can walk those hands forwards out in front of you. Let your heart melt, head melt towards the floor. Feel. Notice your breath. Begin to walk your hands towards that front foot, toes turn towards the front of the mat, setting us up for crescent. Inhale, lift those hands high. Wrap them behind your back. Interlace. Grab for opposite elbows. Let your heart be lifted. Let your legs be strong. Bring your awareness into your right foot. Left foot is going to be light as we step left to the front of the room. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, bend the knees, melt over those legs. Keeping with the elbows or extending those hands high up overhead. And release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, wave up one vertebrae at a time. And reach the hands away from you. We'll wrap the left hand behind our back. Grab for that right arm. So we're just grabbing right above the elbow. Bend that right elbow and reach those fingertips towards the front of the room. Chin pulls in slightly. Right ear finds the right shoulder. Gentle rock forwards and backwards. Find a pause anywhere where the sensation is speaking extra loud, an energetic holding of something. See if you can soften that grip with every exhale. Release the arms, take the head back through center, wave those arms up high overhead. Deep breath. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take your hands to your heart center. Do a little visualization here. Imagining a thought in our mind that we've been holding on to that doesn't feel very loving. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's an experience, a pattern, something in your life that doesn't feel very loving right now. And instead of controlling that thing or trying to change it, we'll simply move to let it go. So separate your hands just slightly so there's a space. That thing that's been weighing on you, your heart. Imagine it moving from your heart into your hands, your hands being a safe container to hold it. If nothing comes up, just imagine yourself pouring all the weight, all the stress you've been feeling just into your hands. Feel those hands warm up. Maybe your fingers tingle. We'll place the hands back together and lift that thing up towards the sky. Open the hands, let it go. Baby back bend, shift the hips forwards, open the heart. And then as the hands come back together, we'll just imagine ourselves gathering all of the love in the world, placing it between our hands and pulling it back down into our heart. Letting it land, all the love that you need right here. Notice just for a moment how that feels. When you imagine yourself gathering love and pulling it in, magnetizing it in, gathering it, holding it. Notice if anything releases, any grippings, any holdings. Find your feet, find your root. Inhale, we'll lift high one more time. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Gentle sway side to side as we prepare for this next exercise of physically releasing what no longer serves us. Bend the knees, lift those hands high into a chair pose. Your inhales will bring you back up to this posture. Exhales will sweep the hands down, melt over our thighs, and exhale out of the mouth for a sigh. Releasing go anything that no longer serves. Inhale, lift, rise, expand. Exhale, let it go. Give it all you got. Inhale, lift, strong legs, strong roots. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. Two more. Inhale, lift. Let it go. Last one. Good, everyone. Inhale. Let it go. Take your hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel tall. Exhale, plant your hands down to the floor. Step your feet backwards. One opportunity here to build a little bit more strength within yourself before we move back out into the world. Deep breaths. Always available to take the knees down if that feels in service to you. Notice the mind. Let your breath be a meditation. Inhale, I am. Exhale, worthy. Three more breaths. You got this. Nice breath, everyone. Last one. Exhale, take those knees down, toes together, send those hips backwards, child's pose. Meet yourself where you are, not where you think you should be. Allow yourself to receive this moment. You do not need to earn love, self-love. You simply have to call it in. Give it to yourself. Teach others how to give it to you. There is strength in softness. Repeating to yourself 3 times, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Wave yourself forwards to a tabletop. Cross at the ankles. Come to a seat. Shift yourself forwards and roll yourself back to your back. Hands out wide. Windshield wiper the knees left and right, left and right. Find the center points and allow the knees to open into butterfly. Soles of your feet press together. Head is heavy. Shoulders anchored. Hips are soft. Pull the knees back to center. Cross the right leg over that left knee. Let the knees move to the right. Back through center, unwind. Left leg comes over the right. And let the knees melt over to the left. Back through center. Take your hands and wiggle them up underneath your butt. I was trying to say a better way to say butt, but we're just going to say butt. And extend your legs out long. We're going to come into a fish pose. So know if we head in this direction and it does not feel good to you, you can absolutely come out of it. Can be very vulnerable as we open the heart, open the throat, our ability to speak our truth, what we need. We'll press into the elbows and notice that the chest begins to lift up off the mat. You can wiggle those elbows under you a little bit more. You can shift the hips forwards if that feels good. And we're just imagining that the heart is puffing out. And then maybe, just maybe, you can allow the head to move backwards in space. Notice the sensations that come up in the throat as we breathe here. I am enough to speak my truth. I am enough to ask for what I need. I am enough to receive love from myself and everyone else. Deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Pull the knees in for a hug. And we'll do just that. We'll lift the head. We'll wrap the arms around the legs in a giant hug, forehead to knees, squeezing everything tightly. Squeeze your toes, press them together, squeeze your face, everything in your body. Tight hug. Deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Extend everything to the outside corners of the mat, arms out wide, feet out wide. Soften where you can. There is wisdom in listening to your body, trusting that you already know what you need. Breathe in love. Breathe out anything that tells you you're not enough. You are your own safe space. You are your own greatest source. As we lay here in Shavasana and we integrate the benefits of our practice, choose to be gentle with yourself. Allow the unfolding of your experience to be what it is. And get curious if you can offer yourself the kindness you so openly give to everyone around you. Rest here, and I will call you out when it is time. Joy. As you settle here in this stillness, let love be something you practice, not something you earn or you strive for. In showing up for your practice, you have stepped in the direction of love. Let your breath be a reminder that love is something always available to you in every inhale and every exhale. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Allow these movements to grow, bending your knees, elbows, and roll yourself over into a fetal position, a caring posture, a nurturing posture. You are enough. You are worthy and you are deeply and completely lovable, exactly as you are. Press yourself up to a seat at the front of the mat. Allow your hands to find your heart. As we release our practice and we anchor into gratitude for everything that is here and all that is coming. I have my breath. I have my body. I have the opportunity to try again. Thank yourself here. It is enough. It's an honor. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.